like to call this regular meeting of the Coralville City Council to order, August 13th, 2019. Roll call.
Councilmember Foster.
Present.
Gross.
Here.
Gill. Present. Dodds.
Present.
Goodrich.
Here.
All council members are present, as is the mayor and city clerk, city administrators, city attorneys, and several other staff in the audience. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Gross. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the agenda is approved. Item 4 is citizen comments. This is a time on the agenda for anyone that would like to speak to us tonight about an item that's not already on the agenda. Does anybody like to have any words of wisdom for us tonight? Okay, moving on then. A wonderful evening. We have a presentation and recognition to do this evening. It's recognizing the members of Girl Scout Troop 5176 for some outstanding work that they have accomplished on Central Park improvements. Sherry, would you like to elaborate a little
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We have tonight Girl Scout Troop 5176. A lot of these girls are from the Coralville Central, as well as other schools that are represented within this group. We started working probably about a year and a half ago on a project with them and gave them several ideas. They came up with the one they wanted to do and have done the planning, the fundraising, and the implementation of this project. And I'm going to let them tell you about it. So, girls, if you want to come up and line up behind the podium, and Gina, if you want to just hit enter when they want it done. Everybody come on up, and that way we'll go right through your slides and tell the council about what you've got going on. Speak clearly and don't go too fast.
Introduce yourself.
Right now.
Right now?
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.
Our troop is made up of 3 different cities and 3 different schools. Iowa City, Coralville, and Oxford.
Could I ask each of you to just give your name so that people know who you are? That's always, people like to know.
I'm Brenna Bowers.
Okay, thank you.
We are a juniors troop, and we made this slideshow, and I helped with it. My name is Marissa Barnes.
Oh, thank you.
We spent multiple meetings on this project, and my name is Michelle Putoff. Oh, this is one of the many plans that we wrote up to figure out what we were doing.
Wow.
All girls from our troop put in many hours to do cookie booths and independent sales to help support our Bronze Award project. I'm Cosette Parsons.
Thank you.
This is our 2019 junior troop. Brenna, Cosette, Haley, Serena, Shell, and Marissa. My name is Haley Prescott.
Very good.
We have done a lot of work. We've done a lot of work, and we are thankful for the council city meeting help, and we hope everybody enjoys it. My name's Serena Zambrano.
Did you catch that?
Barely.
She said her name was Serena Zambrano.
Okay.
So the project was at Coralville Central Elementary School, right beside, I should say, Central Park, next to Coralville Central Elementary School, which is a city park, 7 acres. And it has a bridge, you can see here in the picture, that we did with sustainable designs at the university about 14 or 15 years ago. So this is a black locust bridge that still is used today. And so part of what the girls did was part of our master plan for Central Park. And they built with our Parks Department horticulture crew, built a landscape beds on both sides, helped install a bench on the one side, which they paid for, and helped install 2 bike racks on the other side. So kids can park their bikes, enjoy the bridge, enjoy the park, and have a lot of fun there at Central Park.
Wow. Great work.
So girls, we're gonna do certificates with the mayor, and then we'll take a picture. So he'll call your name off, and you can go up and shake hands and get your certificate, and then step back, and then we'll all take a group picture at the end.
Okay. Terrific work. And I'll just read this first one, and they all say the same thing, as they each have your correct name on them. Bronze Award Project, presented in recognition and appreciation for your work at Central Park on this 13th day of August 2019, signed by Mayor John A. Lundell and the Director of Parks and Recreation, Sherry Proud. And it's got a wonderful picture of the bench. I'll show it to the council too. A picture of the bench and your fine work that you did. So I'll just call you up and give you Serena Zambrano. This is yours. Thank you very much. Haley Koska. Thank you very much. Michelle Putoff. Thank you. That's close. Okay. Cosette Parsons. Brenna Bowers. Marissa Barnes.
All right, everybody, let's go on up. Council, want to be in the back too and stand up? More than welcome.
Sure.
Full amount.
Should we go around?
You don't want to do it?
Oh, sure. All right.
I know. All right. Thanks, girls. You're welcome to stay to the meeting. If you care not to, we won't be offended either. Very good. Okay, item 6. This is the Iowa River Landing Improvements Project 2019, and this is a resolution that will reject all the bids that we received for the construction work on 9th Street and some of the other roads down there. Dan, do you want to explain a little bit?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bids were received on this project on July 16th. We received 2 bids. The lowest bid received was from Boomerang Corporation, $4,777,444.20. The other bid we received was from Streb Construction, $4,991,293.90. The engineer's estimate for the project was $4,376,458.95. So the low bid that was submitted from Boomerang was approximately 9% above the engineer's estimate. And so my recommendation is to reject all bids, and we think we can have a way to repackage the projects and get a better price for them. So my recommendation is to reject these bids, and then we'll come back on the 27th with a plan to move forward with the improvements.
Thank you, Dan. That was City Engineer Dan Holderness.
Dan, what were some of the pieces of the project, of the improvements?
This project, as it was bid this time, included the improvements on 9th Street from First Avenue to the roundabout in front of the Marriott. On the south side primarily, we're going to put a median in and some landscaping and do better definition of the parking stalls and on there. And also complete the second half, or the south half of the roundabout at East 2nd Avenue and East 9th Street by 30 Hop there in front of the arena. Yep. And then also it included the improvements to East 2nd Avenue from East 9th south to East 7th Street on the west side of the Extreme Arena in anticipation of that opening in August of 2020.
Thank you.
Don?
Resolution rejecting all bids for the Iowa River Landing Improvements Project 2019, introduced by Councilmember Foster, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill. Aye. Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes. Item 7, Water Treatment Facility Improvements 2017. I'd entertain a motion to approve the change orders for this project, number 7, and pay estimate number 17 to Myron Construction. This is for the water treatment facility improvements.
So moved.
Ooh, that was close. I'll say moved by Gross and seconded by Gill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, all ayes. Item B is to accept the water treatment facility improvements as complete.
Resolution accepting the water treatment facility improvements 2017 as completed, introduced by Councilmember Gross, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Passes all ayes. Item 8 is the 2018 International Building Codes. This is the second consideration of an ordinance that basically brings our Coralville Code of Building Codes in alignment with the International Building Code.
Ordinance number 2019-1009, and an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coralville 2011 as previously amended, and adopting by reference the International Building Code, the International Residential Code, the State Mechanical Code, the State Electrical Code, the State Plumbing Code, the International Swimming Pool and Spa Code, and the International Property Maintenance Code, introduced for adoption, second consideration by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Foster. Any discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye. Aye. Oops.
Sorry, I passed you. I was looking at her. Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
The ordinance passes its second consideration, all ayes. Now I'd entertain a motion to collapse the third reading of this ordinance.
So moved.
Moved by Gill, seconded by
Second.
Foster. Roll call.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes all ayes, and we'll consider the third and final reading.
Ordinance number 2019-1009, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coralville 2011 as previously amended, and adopting by reference the International Building Code, the International Residential Code, the State Mechanical Code, the State Electrical Code, the State Plumbing Code, the International Swimming Pool and Spa Code, and the International Property Maintenance Code, introduced for adoption on third and final consideration by Councilmember Dodds, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. Discussion? Roll call.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Okay, passes its third and final consideration, all ayes. Item 9 is very similar, except in this time it pertains to the International Fire Code.
Ordinance number 2019-1010, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coralville 2011 as previously amended, and adopting by reference the International Fire Code 2018 edition with certain amendments thereto, introduced for adoption, second consideration by Councilmember Goodrich, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gross. Discussion? Roll call.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Ordinance passes its second consideration, all ayes. Now I'd entertain a motion to collapse the third reading of this ordinance. Moved by
So moved.
Gill, seconded by
Second.
Goodrich. Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Don, the third and final reading.
Ordinance number 2019-1010, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coralville 2011 as previously amended, and adopting by reference the International Fire Code 2018 edition with certain amendments thereto, introduced for adoption, third and final consideration by Councilmember Foster, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
That ordinance passes its third and final, all ayes. Item 10 is a speed zone amendment. This is the first consideration of an ordinance that will reduce the speed limit to 25 miles an hour between Highway 6 and 340th Street, and to 35 miles an hour between 340th Street to the corporate limits on Deer Creek Road. So basically, this is for along the stretch of Deer Creek Road there. Don?
Ordinance number 2019-1011, an ordinance establishing special speed limit zones on Deer Creek Road, is introduced for adoption. First consideration by Councilmember Gross, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. Any discussion? Roll call.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Ordinance passes its first consideration, all ayes. Item 11 is an annexation issue. This is a resolution setting a public hearing for September 10th to address the annexation of 22 acres near Brown Deer Golf Club and First Avenue.
Resolution setting a public hearing on annexation of city-owned property is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Foster. Kelly, you just want to describe what this is?
Yeah, this is the land that we did in a swap with the owners of the quarry at that time, and this would be primarily where the driving range ended up, and then some land adjacent to that. So it'd be and we moved First Avenue, but we never did the annexation of the land.
About what year was all that?
Was it 10, over 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just determined recently that process didn't get finished when one of the homeowners that we did some swapping of lands with on First Avenue found out. So that's why we're getting it done now.
Okay, just kind of cleaning it up.
Yes.
Okay. Roll call.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Resolution passes, all ayes. Item 12 is a REAP grant application. This is a resolution approving an application for a $125,000 grant to help in the purchase of 7.6 acres of future parkland in the West Land Use Area. Do the resolution, then I'll have Sherry describe it.
Resolution approving an application to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources for grant funding via the Resources Enhancement and Protection REAP program, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodds, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gross. Parks and Recreation Director Sherry Proud will describe a little more.
Yeah, this is land in the West Land Use Area. It's part of a bigger parcel of land that the city is looking to put together, about 80 to 100 acres of parkland behind the Medical Classification Center. It has a variety. It has woodland areas, it has wetland areas, it has the fens that were the subject of the application last year to REAP, and so this provides more buffer. And it also has some prairie restorations areas. So when this is all put together at the end, it's going to be a beautiful park with lots of natural features that we can use for education, enjoyment, and preservation for the future.
Great.
Sure, can you, let's put you on the spot, but what is a fen?
Fen is a unique wetland area. Usually it's on an upland. It's upland and it's spring fed. So instead of thinking of a wetland is usually, when we talk about wetlands, they're usually in like very swampy areas, floodway areas. A fen can be found out in the middle of a hillside, and these two fens are on a hillside and spring fed, and they stay very boggy. Cattle have grazed these for a number of years, and that's helped to keep the invasive species out of them and keep them as very viable areas of land, but very precious in the state of Iowa. So we would definitely want to make sure they're protected and that their spring source is protected.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Sherry? Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
The resolution is approved, all ayes. Item 13, I'd consider a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented or amended.
Move to approve the consent calendar, items A through double M inclusive.
Moved by Gill, seconded by
Second.
by Dodds. You haven't gotten in very much tonight there, Jill. You've been kind of quiet, so. Any discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Okay, the consent calendar is approved, all ayes. Item 14 is a city engineer road reconstruction report. Dan Holderness.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We've, as you can tell, been very busy about town these days, working on roads, and so a lot going on. Well, let's kind of do a quick rundown of the streets and let me know if you have any questions or comments as we go. First one I'll talk about is 12th and Oakdale. We started that project last Wednesday, the 7th. And we're doing some asphalt overlay work on 12th, both north and south of Oakdale Boulevard. And so that's underway now, and I was out there this afternoon, and they've got the asphalt, the first couple layers of asphalt down, and so they'll finish that here shortly, with the goal being that that will be open no later than next Tuesday, the 20th, and I would anticipate it'll be open sooner than that. Another project we're working on is 14th Avenue, right south of 10th Street is closed. The Streets Department is doing some concrete patching there, and so that was done. The patches were actually installed today, and so that will be completed and open no later than Monday, next Monday the 19th. First Avenue project, they've been working on southbound repair of intakes along there, and they poured the last ones of those today. And so starting Thursday, you'll see a lane closure on northbound First Avenue to do intake repair there, and there's not as many on the east side for northbound, so that won't take as long to get that done. Also starting tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be doing some asphalt overlay work on 10th Avenue between 5th and 7th, and also 6th Street between 10th and 12th. And that'll start tomorrow, and that one will go pretty quick, and it will be done no later than the 20th, hopefully sooner than that as well. We're also working on Coleridge Avenue, continues there, working on the biocells, and those have been completed as far as they've been dug and all the amended soils have been put in, and they're supposed to be getting the native mat this week to install in the bottom of it too, which is kind of like a sod for native plants in the biocell. So we're working hard on that, try to get all these projects done before school starts.
Any questions for Dan? So I'm curious, on the 14th Avenue project, you said the patches were installed today.
Yes.
They have to cure until Monday then?
Yeah, this particular area are concrete patches. It takes at least 2 days for them to cure. And so hopefully the dates that I gave are kind of the outer bounds of what will be to get them open. We hope to be able to do that sooner than that. So I know that at least the northerly patch was installed today. I'm not sure if the southerly one was at 14th Avenue. So I would hope that by later this week, before the weekend, we can get that open, but we'll see.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Item 15 is City Administrator Report.
Yeah, I'd just first like to welcome Amber Rose here. She is from BSA Troop 270 here in Coralville, and she's here tonight working on the Community and Communications and Citizenship in the Community Award, so merit badges. So just welcome her.
Welcome, Amber. Yep. I believe you probably had a brother or two that got the same badge, right? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Also, just like to thank all the volunteers that made Fifth Street Social event a success. There was over 3,900 people showed up for the event that night, and lots of different activities and lots of different people involved. So just thank everybody for making that event a success, and that's it.
That's it. Well, thank you, Kelly. Item 16 is Mayor's Report. I wanted to echo the thanks for the community for coming out for the Fifth Street Social. I'm sorry I wasn't there, but it sounded like it was a great evening and a lot of fun. So the only other item I have is just they'll be issuing a news release on this as it gets a little bit closer, but I can give a heads up to folks that things are progressing really well on our arena construction, and we're approaching the end of this month installing the last beam, the last piece of steel in the project. So, as is often traditional on big projects like this, we're going to offer an opportunity for the public signing of the beam. And so on 2 days, August 20th and August 22nd, the 20th and 22nd, each day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., there'll be there'll be staff to answer questions about the project and so forth. It'll be done next to the Historical Museum in the parking lot there. They'll have it set up there. And anyone can go down and write a quick little note and sign your name, and you'll be forever installed in the rafters of the arena project. So again, there'll be news media releases on that, but I just thought I'd give a heads up on that. So it's progressing on schedule and on budget. It's two good things. I believe that's all I had for this evening. City Attorney's Report.
I have nothing additional, Kevin.
Okay, thank you. Committee and council members report. Lori, do you want to start tonight?
Sure. I'd like to thank all the staff for their work this summer on the many projects that we've had, and also at Center of Performing Arts and of Green Gables will be performed September 13th and 14th. Thank you.
Thank you. Jill?
Yes, I just wanted to reiterate on the Fifth Street Social. We had over 1,200 people, more than we did the year before, and I especially want to commend Sherry Proud, who is our Parks and Rec Director, for her leadership. There was so many activities to coordinate at the same time, and she did an outstanding job. Second, I want to say that we're going to start the inspections of the tree limb height soon, and tree limbs need to be 9 feet above the sidewalk and 13 feet above the roadway. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Tom?
Well, last week, where were we? We were on our
National Night Out.
National Night Out, and
I
I'd like to
forgot
thank
that.
all the participants, police department, the fire department, and all the citizens in their barbecues, and it was really a nice night to be out, and I'd like to thank them for that. Again, I just really don't have anything else to say. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Mitch?
All right, I've got a few things, Mr. Mayor. First of all, a few weeks ago, and I can't remember if you were there or not, but I got to speak to Scout Troop 270 2000, so appreciate that. Awesome. And I think for all of us that get to do that, it's a great opportunity to interact with our future leaders and for you guys to ask questions. So well done and keep up scouting. Second, I just want to echo a lot of the other things. I thought National Night Out was great. It felt like good weather, and it's just a great opportunity to get to know your neighbors and for our neighbors to get to interact with the police and the fire department as well. And I also thought Fifth Street Social was, I had so many people come up to me and say this was the best one ever. They really feel like it's now part of the fabric of the community and are looking forward to it each and every year. So great on that. I also did have two, and this is my annual appeal share with the bushes on Oakdale, right to the west off the corner of 12th and Oakdale. When people are turning, you just can't see anything at all. They've got to be trimmed down. And then the trees on that line as well. And then two more quick things. One, and Mayor, I thought you were going to mention this, but I will since you didn't. The mayor and I had the great honor 2 Friday nights ago of attending, I guess I called it a gala, an event, a wedding celebration, vow renewal of some citizens of Coralville. And it is in their customs to invite elected officials to their ceremony. And the mayor and I were able to welcome people from Gambia and Central African Republic and France. And I think what was amazing is they had speakers all night long. And every single speaker said how welcoming Coralville has been to these folks, to these citizens of ours. And, how they joked of how, they left Africa and found their true home here in Coralville. It's just it was a really, we talk about Coralville pride quite a bit, but it was beaming that night as well. And the last thing I just want to touch base about it, a couple folks, not a couple, quite a few actually contact. I think they, along with many, have been very upset and distraught just with the gun violence that's happened in the last 10 days. And, wanted to know what can we as a community do. And I tried to explain a little bit, and I believe that we are one of only 45 states that can't usurp cities can't usurp the state or national. So I want that to be clear. I believe, and I don't want to speak for people, but there would be the will in this council to enact some pretty tough common sense policies, but we can't do that because the law does not allow us to do so. But nonetheless, I think there is a shared frustration by many, many, many people on the continuing assaults that are going on our fellow citizens because of some of these weapons. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo all of the things folks had been saying about the great events that we've had in our community with the Fifth Street Social, as well as the National Night Out. August is a really busy and fun month. We have another event coming up, Fry Fest, at the end of the month. So I think that, things are, we're really kicking off fall in a fantastic way here in Coralville. So thank you to everybody who's volunteered and come out for those events. The only other thing that I had was that I wanted to say congratulations to the fire department for winning the Battle of the Badges blood drive this year.
Who did you donate for?
This year I donated for the police because I try to be fair. Last year I donated for fire. This year I donated for the police.
Who won last year?
The police one last year. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah. I just need to do that from now on. But it was great because they registered the most donors that they have had for that event. They collected 46 units of blood. So again, if you are able to donate blood, I highly encourage you to do that next year as well. So that is all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Megan. Do you have anything for us tonight, Mr. Clerk?
No.
Okay, just checking. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Goodrich, second by Gill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.